Okay, welcome back, everybody. Here I am for the first time in a little while for another talking video. And yeah, this is in a different setting in North Carolina at my family member's house. And I hope that the lighting that I have here is acceptable. And yeah, I'm here at the dining room table by myself, and I am finally getting around to the subjects that I have had in mind for later down the road. And yeah, this subject here would be one of the things that I would like to talk about. And I think it is a good reminder for all of us in the world as we are working and living every day of our life one day at a time. And well, yeah, I I named this video "Keep Yourself in Check" for our jobs and our professional reputation. Keep yourself in check. Keep yourself in control with your emotions and actions. And yeah, I've talked about this before where it is good for us to think before we speak and think before we act. And I could say that again and again and again because we really should think before we speak and act so we can say appropriate things and do appropriate things, and we say and do things that encourage other people and lift people up. And if we have to be honest, then speaking the truth in a way that is good, and also refraining from saying things or doing things that would be hurtful to others, because we do not want to cause any damage to other people. It's good to keep ourselves in check and keep ourselves in control so we can be positive people and positive influences and just good and uplifting people to others in this world. Instead of adding to the negativity, let's be positive and let us be good to other people. But also, with our jobs and our reputations, our professional reputations, it is also good to keep ourselves in check and to keep ourselves in control because of those things as well. You know, there are people out there, I'm sure you can think of examples, either things that you've heard about through the internet or things that you've heard about from people you know. There are stories where there are certain employees or supervisors or bosses who are not keeping themselves in check, and they are saying things to other employees which could be inappropriate, or trying to do things that are inappropriate with other employees. And well, there's also the problem of employees or supervisors, bosses trying to break the rules because they think that they can get away with something, whatever that might be. And all of these bad things can definitely come back and bite people. You know, when we say things that are inappropriate to other employees, or if we are being too flirty or harassing other people, employees or customers even, if we are harassing customers or employees in a way, all that stuff is just not good. If we are doing that, then that can definitely lead to people getting fired from their jobs. And also, it can hurt their professional reputation. And yeah, without naming anyone that I have heard about in my life, I just know that there are some people that I've heard about over time in my life where, there was one person who thought that they could get away with sneaking in their family for free for a few days. And then the word of that got out, and that person was fired from their job. And yeah, what happened as a result is that this person was fired. And then the word got around that, this person was also trying to break the rules. Yeah, that person was trying to break the rules. So that person really hurt themselves there because they lost their job. And then certain people in town found out that this person was also trying to break the rules, and that just doesn't look good when people find that out. And yeah, that hurts a professional reputation. And the same thing can be said with someone else I knew who apparently was being flirty and harassing someone else in the work environment. And that led to someone resigning from their job. And I can also think of someone else who was doing the same thing, being flirty with another coworker, and then they were fired. Not resigned, but they were fired. And when the word of that got out to other people, that definitely did not help the professional reputation of those people. It just doesn't look good when people are not keeping themselves in check. They're not keeping their words and actions in control. And when someone is trying to either really break the rules, or when someone is being flirty and harassing other employees, yeah, that can lead to people losing their jobs, and it can hurt their professional reputation. And it's just good for all of us to keep our words and actions in control so we can have a much better chance of keeping our jobs. And also, it helps with our professional reputation. And also, I just wanted to say that when I am speaking about reputation, I would just like to add that, at least for me, with how I think of it, there are things I do care about, and then things I would not care about when it comes to that word reputation and what that means. On one hand, I care about how I want my professional reputation to be in a good place, because I do not want to be seen as the kind of person who is breaking really big rules with my job, and I do not want to be seen as one of those people who is being flirty or harassing other people. I care about keeping my professional reputation in a good place. However, when we think of reputation and what may be perceived as cool or trendy, I want to be very honest with who I am at all times with everyone that I meet and interact with. And I don't care if my reputation is considered geeky or nerdy or uncool, because I do what I can every day to live a pure life and live a life that honors God. I don't care if my social reputation is considered uncool, because I do everything I can to be a true, obedient Christian. And I love old music, and I love the sport of bowling, which some people really love, and then some people may think is weird. It depends on who you ask with that. But yeah, I don't care if someone thinks that I am uncool because of those things. Just to clarify that, and I wanted to say that. I hope that you can always be your true self with everyone that you meet and interact with, and to not worry if your social reputation is considered uncool, because you're trying to do the right thing and you're living for God and you have your own real interests, which may go against the cool crowd or the current trends. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, to be your true self, and don't worry if your social reputation is considered uncool because of your real interests. But with your professional reputation, yeah, I hope that you can always keep your words and actions in control. So with your job and in the work world, that you are seen as someone who is doing their best to obey the rules with their job, and they are treating other employees and customers in a good way. I know that that's what I strive to do, and I hope that you can strive to do that as well with whatever job you choose as you live your life. To just keep yourself in check, keep your words and actions in control for your job and your professional reputation. I just wish you the best with that. And yeah, I think that is everything that I have wanted to say about this topic. And of course, you can always take this with you as you are thinking about jobs in the future, or if you're thinking about your job that you have right now. Just always do the right thing. And I think that will definitely help with you keeping your job and keeping your professional reputation in a good place. So, yeah, that is the message that I wanted to share here today. And yeah, going forward in my time down here in North Carolina, I can tell that I am going to be kind of busy because I have to go through my grandma's house and go through every box and, you know, look at what can be donated or what can be kept in my collection of things. I know that's going to take time, and there have been some really good times so far where I have visited my grandma in the nursing home. We have played bingo, and I'm also intrigued with the church service that they have at the nursing home. And I just know that those things are on the schedule. Spending time with my grandma and cleaning out the house here. And whenever I can get around to some more videos here, I know I have to motivate myself to record the videos that I would like to make, and just one video at a time. But yeah, I think that there can be some more talking videos as time goes by during the final 4 months of this year. So yeah, stay tuned for what will be coming next. As always, there should be more music and some more talking videos. And who knows, there might be some other neat things as well. So yeah, just stay tuned. And as always, thank you for listening to me speak on another subject. I hope that this has all made sense, and I wish you the best with keeping yourself in check for your job and your professional reputation. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say for today. Stay well, and I'll see you all again for another talking video really soon. Thank you.